And when she had separated from him after being with him for 6 years, I had already known him for 2 years or so before, or 2 to 4 years before they had separated. And he used to hang out in my bedroom and make his music on, my computer and stuff during the summertime. We'd hang out. So then, when she was starting to see another guy who lived, pretty much like a few hours, maybe an hour or two distance away from my hometown at the time, she wanted me to continue being friends with who at that time became her ex boyfriend, technically not legally speaking, ex husband at the time. She had forgotten about that they had tattoo wedding rings and they got tattoos together and stuff. That was their form of legal marriage at the time. Anyways, that was their way about going about it. And so she wanted me to continue being friends with them because they grew up together. I mean, they knew each other since they were kids, and she just wanted me to how do I say, just keep in touch basically through me to him, at that time. And so I was friends with them for about 15 years. My other high school friends, my high school guy friends, were friends with them as well for about 3 years, I believe, when we were in high school. It was maybe, yeah. I started hanging out with them when I was 13 years old. I was in seventh grade at the time. And then I introduced my other friends to him around that time period, I believe. So they were friends with him at the time for about 4 years. They thought he was just eccentric, or he was. They didn't know. I guess they didn't know the side that he was a muralist. Like he was a prodigy painter. He started drawing octopuses when he was 2 years old. But as like they were okay sketches. My sister had copies of them at one point. I don't know if she probably still does, but so he went to the New York Film Academy when he was, I believe, around 18 years old or so. He used to go to rave events in the city, which was from our hometown. It was 45 minutes away. You would take either the train 45 minutes, or you could drive to, let's say, Hoboken and take what's it called? What is it? It's not the subway. It goes under the water though. It goes under the Hudson. I forget what it was called. I went a few times when I was in high school, but not to any rave events. But he used to go when I was in high school. He used to continue going to those things. I think at night with some of his friends, or even before I entered high school, it was around like I when I was 13, it was 1997, and then when I was 13 going on to 14 years old, it was 1998 in that area. So it was like 1998 was when it became like more of a decline with the rave events and stuff, the indoor illegal rave events and things like that. Anyways, and New York City